Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host sellssi. So yesterday, as I dropped that video concerning the Ghana Black Stars, considering the introduction of Iñaki Williams into the team, and Iñaki Williams liking our tweet and all that, a lot of you had a plethora of opinions on it. Some of you were not happy. Iñaki Williams was being opportunistic, according to some of you. Players who have strived for us to get to the World Cup deserve to have a place in there and all that. A lot of views I saw in the comments, and I have to say all of you are right in your own respect, and we have to be honest with ourselves if you want the best team to go to the World Cup. But assistant coach of the Ghana Black Stars team, Jojo Wollacott, has pitched in onto this conversation. He's expressed his thoughts on the national team going after players who are eligible to play for Ghana. He has his own 2 cents on that, which we're going to look at today. In an interview, he revealed his thoughts on that particular subject. We're also going to talk about Kudus Mohammed, who he touched on a couple of times in that same interview. He says Kudus Mohammed needs to up his game. He expects so much more from Kudus Mohammed. We have listened to what he had to say concerning the Ghanaian youngster. Had a great spell in the first leg here in Kumasi. We'll look at all that today. We're also going to talk about Jojo Wollacott. After qualifying Ghana for the World Cup 2022, he had an interesting chat with his club, Swindon Town, on what it means to him to qualify Ghana to the World Cup. According to Jojo, he did not know how much of a big deal it was to get Ghana to the World Cup before he got us there with his amazing saves versus the Nigerian Super Eagles. We'll have a listen to that conversation he had with his club side. As usual, subscribe if you have not, and click on the notification bell to get more updates. So the talk about players now, the Black Stars becoming attractive for players who wants to play for us, who initially did not think that Ghana was attractive enough, owing to reasons of their own knowledge, reasons they probably have not made public themselves. But assistant coach of the Ghana Black Stars, Jojo Wollacott, has pitched into this conversation. He's of the opinion that we need the best. The best is what we need. Yes, we can all get emotional about it. This player didn't return or didn't acknowledge our call up when we called him up the first time. He didn't want to play for Ghana. Now that we are in the World Cup, the world stage, he wants to take advantage of that. He is of the opinion that if these players are players that will add some quality to Ghana for us to compete, why not? We should go in for them. Let's have a listen to what he had to say.
They are young and we are in transition. The expectations of having to qualify would be higher, I understand that, but we have to try and stay grounded, because World Cup stage is not a stage that you can think of going there and you cannot underestimate any country. It's high level. So I hope that whether it will be us or a new technical team, I hope that they will manage to get some of the players that are eligible to play for the national team on board to make the competition stronger and then give ourselves, Ghana, a better platform, a better team to go to the World Cup and try. I'm using the word try because I'm careful. Try to make an amends. Because it's a high level stage with countries that have players of high level. At the moment, everybody's well aware that there are some outstanding players playing in Europe that are capable to play for Ghana, who are eligible to play for Ghana. And I think it's down to the FA, whether to be us once more or the new technical team, to try their hardest to get those players on board. It will help Ghana a lot going forward.
So there you heard him there talking about the national team, the call-ups and all whatnot. He says that he's of the opinion that the players that will add quality to the team should be brought in. He doesn't want to attach emotions to it from the what he was saying in the thoughts that players had turned us down initially, and that they did not accept our call-ups and whatnot. He is of the opinion that if they will add a potential quality to the team that will make us compete better and be competitive and win games at the World Cup, we should call them up. He wasn't specific. He wasn't specific with whether it was Salisu, whether it was Iñaki Williams, whether he was whatnot. He just said, if it's quality, let's go in for them. And I tend to agree to some extent. We have 8 months to the World Cup. A lot of things will happen before then. Players who have strived for the country to make it to the World Cup will not possibly or potentially be there for the competition itself. It happens. It has happened countless times. A lot of other players have been in this similar position where they play in the qualifiers but don't make it to the tournament itself. The tournament itself, some would say, is a different ball game altogether. And to get into the team at the time, which is 8 months away, we have to be sure that you are informed for your club, you are informed, and you are playing consistently for your club. It's not about what is happening right now. Right now, if we are supposed to call up a national team for the World Cup, probably some players will not be called up. But let's say in a couple of months' time, some will get formed. There's so much time, so many decisions, so many things will happen. 8 months from now, a lot can change. Probably the core of the team, last minute injuries, core of the team might not be available. Last minute injuries, out of so many things can happen, and it's quite difficult to put a finger on things right now for who should be in the squad. He is of the opinion, if it's quality, let's call them. But what do you think of George Boateng's opinion on all this matter? He also talked about Kudus Mohammed and says that Kudus needs to kick on from being just a talent to making it up in there on the world stage. He says it's a time for the Ajax midfielder to elevate his game to the next level. The 21-year-old is in the second season of his time with Dutch side Ajax after joining them from Nordsjælland, but has already established himself as a key member of Ghana national team. Now, following the team's triumph over Nigeria in World Cup playoffs, he says that the Aston Villa under-19 coach was speaking in an exclusive interview where he said that Mohammed Kudus is an outstanding player, one that I really admire and I love watching him, he said. But he needs to start kicking on now because staying talent for many years is not good enough. You need to go from talent to becoming a world-class player. And that is his piece of advice to Kudus Mohammed. And the way to get from being a talent to a world-class player is by being hardworking. As I've already said, hard work beats talent all the time. And we've seen it in players who had so much potential when they were young but couldn't reach the heights many thought they would reach, all because they were lax in their discipline. They were not disciplined, they were not hardworking, they were not focused. We need that from Kudus Mohammed, who is an amazing talent and according to George Boateng, needs to kick on into becoming a world-class talent. On to Jojo Wollacott and his interview with his club side, Swindon Town. We'll have a listen to what he had to tell them concerning his part in helping Ghana qualify for the World Cup 2022.
Crazy week. I think coming to Rochdale brings me down to earth. It's probably one of the longest weeks I've had in my life, but it seems like it's all worth it.
Can you give us some insight into what the experience of the second leg was like? You know, playing away from home, 60,000 World Cup place at stake.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of them. There's obviously, I'm not going to lie, there's pressure on the game. Not just to qualify for the World Cup, but obviously the bragging rights of the countries. But I mean, I just went into the game saying it's just another game of football. I didn't put too much pressure on myself, which I think was the most important thing. But no, obviously I'm buzzing. I'm delighted.
How do you manage to try and treat it as another game with all that at stake?
I think it's down to preparation. I mean, I'm not that superstitious, but I just make sure I've had a solid week training. I do all the right things, eating right, sleeping right. And I think that gives you the most confidence going into the games.
And just for Ghana's perspective, it's a tremendous response, really, isn't it, to what happened to the team at the African Cup of Nations to come back and qualify like that?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, the AFCON didn't go the way we wanted to go, but I think it was almost like a reality check for us, and we had to ensure that we come back a lot better than we were before.
I think we sort of see you possibly have to sprint off the pitch afterwards. It got quite lively after.
Yeah, we're not interested in all that. It's just that's not for us to deal with. But I mean, we let the football do the talking. So yeah, we're happy we didn't get involved in it.
And how are civic receptions and all that? Is that your cup of tea?
Not quite sure how to answer that, to be honest. It is what it is.
But I guess going to just indicate, not only the World Cup as you place those local bragging rights, the fact you're off to meet civic dignitaries after the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's playing for Ghana. I didn't realise when I first went there. Obviously, the previous success they've had in tournaments, there's a really high expectation from the country as well. And obviously, football is massive in Ghana. A lot of people follow it. So, I mean, to deliver and make Ghanaians proud, it's just best feeling.
So there you heard there from Jojo Wollacott. Quite happy with being part of the team that has led Ghana to the World Cup. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box on George Boateng's thoughts on the Black Stars national team and everything you've heard from me. George Boateng pitches in on the conversation of players who are eligible to play for Ghana switching to play for us. He says if they are quality and the coach agrees with it, he should call them up. He also asked Kudus Mohammed to up his game. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Enjoy the weekend.